Hey guys, what's going on? Today is January 1st, 2025. It is 5:42 p.m. and this is the Bed Podcast.
So there we go. So this is the first ever show where it's actually I need this. Yeah. The first ever show where it's actually a guest ever. So I know I've done role plays and I know that I've had Neeraj, the CEO of Nito, on here, but that was more like an interview. I feel like that was not even. We didn't even talk about anything. But so yeah, this one's actually the intent is actually to have a guest on here because on November 23rd, I got a question on the form that you can submit below in the description, and somebody asked. So their name is top secret. Their email is joerogan@comcast.net. Just putting them on blast here.
Exposing them.
Yeah. So Joe Rogan wants to know, I want to hear more about how you and Lexi met. I feel like she's currently a huge part of your life, and it'd be cool for people to see how even though you're spelled incorrectly, so busy progressing, you still had time to be and start dating someone. And I'm always going to give people shit for spelling that wrong. Anyway. And this person has left a review on the podcast, so if you haven't done that already, go do that. So, again, I feel like she is currently a huge part of your life, and it'd be cool for people to see how, even though you're so busy progressing, you still had time to meet and start dating someone.
So here I am.
So here she is. Okay, so when I was doing 75 hard, I don't know if I need this anymore.
I don't know that you do either.
So when I was doing 70, also for context, we have a little tripod for my phone, and it's got a little clippy mount. Hold on, I got to paint a picture. So why don't you tell the story? You paint the picture.
Paint the picture?
Paint the picture of where we're sitting.
No, this is your job, not mine.
We need your perspective because I always talk about this. So where are we sitting? What do we have?
So we are sitting
on what?
In his office.
On what?
On the infamous air mattress that is so cozy.
Twin size.
So cozy. So we're sitting on that. We have a tripod in front of us and one of his little shirt mics.
Shirt mic. Okay. It's not wrong.
Clipped onto the mic. No.
Clipped onto the tripod.
Tripod, that part. Yeah.
I'm in a hoodie, sweat shorts, looking like ass. My hair is nice. Lexi's looking hot, though.
No.
And she's got a minky.
His minky.
And it's the first day of the year.
Yeah. It's 2025. We made it.
Okay. So, when I was doing 75 hard, I was towards the end of it. I think I came to a point where I was like, hey, I'm not, because I was on like every dating app. And I was like, hey, I got to get my shit together before I ever start looking again. Because there was a point where I felt like I wasn't going to find anybody. Thank goodness that was not true. Lexi's grabbing my thigh. How cute is that? And sorry if this is a cringe fest. I don't give a fuck. But also, if this was shared to Lexi's family, sorry that I said a bad word. But
jeez.
Damn it. So anyway, I just got off of all dating apps, and then I feel like I just got my shit together. And then after the new year, I was like, okay, I'm just going to get back on some. And then I got on Facebook dating, and long story short there, came across Alexis here. And I said, okay. Swipe, got her. And then I think a day later, I don't know, I really don't remember this part, but like a day later or 2 or 3, I don't know, we matched, and I said, rude of you to live so far away, huh? And then
the rest is history.
The rest is history. The rest is the last 7 months. Mm-hmm. But so I guess, let's see, how it would be cool for people to see how even though you're busy progressing, you still had time to meet and start dating someone. Well, okay, so on my profile, I put a whole bunch of shit on there, and I think I was very clear of what I was looking for. Mm-hmm. You think so?
Yeah, you are.
And then I think I was very clear with what my intentions were, and I think I was very clear with the kind of life that I'm currently living. Mm-hmm. Do you have a photo of my profile?
I do.
Wow, we're about to get on my profile. Because I remember I put a whole bunch of shit of what I like to do. And I even think I like recording podcasts on there. Lexi's tapping on it. Lexi's figuring it out. Please hold.
Uno momento.
Do we need to cut?
No. Oh. Went way too far. Goodness gracious.
So Lexi here has about 500,000 photos on her phone.
So many pictures.
Doesn't use Google Photos or
Nope.
Dropbox or
Nope.
iCloud.
And
She says, yeah, I'll buy the phone that costs $5,000 so I can have more storage.
Can't stand it. Okay, we're close.
Do you guys notice how she sings just like me? Oh, here it is.
Here we go.
Okay, you read it.
Okay. So, I said Bryson, and he's 26 years old. And his main little blurb thingy
Bio.
said,
Shirt mic.
love to stop at the shirt, Mike.
She's getting put on blast right now. Okay, go.
Love to learn and grow.
True.
Work hard.
True.
Exercise discipline. Eat
True.
well.
True for the most part.
Work out daily. Challenge myself. Watch horror movies. Oh no.
That's almost, that might,
Nope.
she might not make it till next year, guys. I don't know
No.
about that one.
Nope. Try new restaurants. Record and listen to podcasts. Listen to metalcore music. Road trip / travel. And eat cheesecake.
We've done all these things together, matter of fact. As of right now. No, we haven't watched a horror movie. But anyway, what's the next one?
We've watched thriller movies. And I have pictures. Oh, this is one of our first text messages. Oh,
Well,
these
the first
ones right here.
conversation. Oh, that's right.
So then there was this thing that said, like, I get along with people who ... And so this is what he put. He said, hold high standards for themselves and refuse to compromise on them for any reason. Family, health, personal, financial, business, whatever.
True
And
as
I was
fuck.
like, I like that. And then this was the
wow.
go-getter one.
Yeah, I just put it all out there.
Yeah, you did. It says, I'm looking for someone who, and then ... says, wants to be a mother,
Fucker.
can make our...
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you're ruining
No,
this.
I'm not.
Yeah.
That was funny. Somebody laughed out there.
So, he said he was looking for someone who wants to be a mother, can make our house a home, supports him, prioritizes their physical and mental health, has huge ambition, and is goofy. And I looked at that and said, whoa, that's me.
Yeah, that really is her, though, too. Want to read that? Let me see that one more time.
And one of the reasons why I have this screenshot is because actually I screenshotted this and sent it to my mom.
You telling me this already?
I don't know.
Okay.
I remember screenshotting it, sending it to my mom, and being like, well, first of all, look at that picture right above this.
She thinks I'm sexy.
Very handsome. Wow. So I was like,
Thanks.
Mom, look at this guy. Also, read this because this is so
No, I think
me.
you did tell me this. I think you did.
And she was like, wow, yeah, that really is you. What are you doing?
Nothing? Okay, so
Yeah,
prioritizes their health and their physical and mental health for sure. Even when she's sick, she's still going to the gym. Has huge ambition and is
stubborn,
goofy.
that's
oh,
what it's
master's
called.
degree, written 2 books, just got certified in her job. Oh, she doesn't know what that is. Can make our house a home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't live together, but she supports the fact that I don't own furniture and that we're recording this on an air mattress.
I like the air mattress.
It is comfortable. Mm-hmm. Is there any more photos? What was the first thing I said to you?
The first thing you ever said to me.
I said, rude of you to live so far away. I know I said that. I'm not scrolling up that far.
I do. I know that I do, in fact,
If you
have
had Google Photos, you could search.
screenshots.
Yeah.
You can also.
Not as accurate. Not as accurate.
You
Try
can
them.
also
Try them.
search here.
Try them. Say, rude of you to live so far away from me. Try them. Try them.
Okay. Okay.
She's typing.
Wow.
There it is. Bam.
Right there.
Okay.
Okay.
So I said, can you make it not be so bad looking?
Go away. Go away.
Okay, fine.
I guess it's gonna.
So I said, rude of you to live so far away from me. And that's it.
And yeah, the rest is history, pretty much.
What'd you say?
I said, I know, right? I personally feel like you are the one living far from me.
So listen, this is where it gets nice. So I said, well, you see, when you were born, since you're younger than me, you could have chosen to be my neighbor, but you didn't. So very rude of you.
And then I said, so rude of my parents for choosing California over Utah.
And then I said, oh, I can't see that.
Oh, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then I said some bullshit that made her fall in love. The rest is history.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think to get back to the actual question,
Oh, they're right here.
psych.
After I said that, this was what really got me.
Oh, and then I said,
Because I said so rude of my parents for choosing California over Utah. And then you said this.
hey, now you can't be that cute and have a personality and not live close by. She says, watch me with a wink face. And so I said, book enough flight, BRB. I said, sick, be right back, plane emoji. Does that mean you are on your way? I said, I'll text you back when I have Wi-Fi, I'm on a plane. Just how goofy do you have to be to say something like that? And then she says, ugh, fine, I guess I can wait with 8 T's.
8 T's. Yeah.
Yeah, 8 T's.
Yeah.
And then I said, yo, I landed, come get
Me.
por favor.
Yeah. Yeah, so those are our first interactions ever. Which is
And then we
crazy.
just started talking back and forth, and then this is all on Facebook dating.
And I mean, there is a little bit of a giveaway in those texts, but for context, I wasn't living in.
Oh yeah, so she doesn't live here.
There's that.
That's right. That's actually a big part. Yeah. So she didn't live here. And
I was living in California, completing my internship at the time.
so you didn't want to move here. It wasn't on your hold on. You had explored Utah before we started talking.
Yeah.
As a place to work.
So it was actually a place that I had applied to for my internship.
Okay.
So applications for internship were due like beginning of September of 2023. For the internship to start in January of 2024. So I applied to every place under the sun because I just really wanted to get an internship somewhere. And one of those places happened to be at the big major hospital, children's hospital here in Salt Lake City. Things happened, and for certain reasons I couldn't come to this hospital because they didn't have a silly little agreement between my school. But I did get my internship. I was in my internship, and then in February, they emailed me and they were like, "Hey, come check us out. We have lots of open jobs." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." Like,
This is 1 month before we
maybe in
started
a little
talking.
bit, yeah. 1 month before him and I matched on Facebook dating. So then things happen. I went on really shitty dates. Actually, the night before him and I matched, I went on probably one of the worst dates ever and told my mom that I was giving up on dating altogether.
In comes Bryson.
In comes Bryson. So then we matched, right? And we start talking, and I'm like, great, this guy's awesome.
Yeah, 900 miles away.
I
Good.
get along so great with him, and we live so far apart from each other. Yeah. So then we started trying to we talked for only 2 weeks, and then we started trying to make plans to see each other in St. George.
Any plans to see St. George? Oh man. Okay, I've actually got something to share that I've never told you. This will be funny.
Wow.
You ready?
I'm nervous.
It'll be funny to look back on now.
Okay.
You know how we had plans to go to St. George?
Yeah.
And I said I couldn't because of my grandma's birthday?
Yeah.
It's true, but I didn't have a birthday party to go to. I bailed. That's true. I really bailed. I was like,
You bailed on me?
I really did.
Babe.
And honestly, it was more like, I gotta drive all the way down there for a maybe.
Wow.
I'm be honest, yeah.
But then I flew all the way here for a maybe?
She flew for a maybe.
Oh my gosh.
No, she flew for a yeah.
Wow.
So that, I just told her that life.
He lied to me.
No, I didn't. It was my grandma's birthday.
But you didn't go.
No, I didn't.
Wow.
It was my grandma's birthday, though. I get it.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's some sauce.
Wow. I'm a spaghetti spaghetti.
Okay. A spaghetti? Spaghetti. Okay. So one of the parts of this whole thing was when we started talking more and more, and she had talked about moving to Utah. I was like,
Because I was desperate for a job. Really wanted a job somewhere. Anywhere. Job. Just wanted a job.
so before anything, I said, promise me that if you move here, it has nothing to do with me, and that you're making this for the best choice of your career. Because the reason why I asked that, I remember asking because I was like, I would want her to ask me that or to tell whatever, because I wouldn't do the same. My decision, it wouldn't be thinking of her whatsoever because we were just so early on. So I didn't want her to be like, yeah, I'm going to uproot my whole life and move to Utah for this guy, and then maybe we don't work out, and then that's just shitty. Mm-hmm. And she said, okay, I promise. Was that true? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but it would be a little bit of a lie if I said that you being here wasn't one of
She
the
likes
reasons
me,
why.
guys.
Yes. I really liked you, and I saw potential in us and was like, I have to follow my heart. And coming here meant, like, I already had a job lined up.
Mm-hmm.
And coming here meant that I could get to spend more time with you and get to know you. And I also just wanted to kind of get out of the space that I had been living in for a little bit. So, yeah, it all just...
Now, 9 months later, we're sitting on an air mattress recording a podcast together.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah. So 2 months, almost exactly 2 months after we started talking, I got on a plane and flew here to meet him for the first time.
Mm-hmm. In May.
That was May 9th. He picked me up at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was like one of the craziest experiences of my life, getting on a plane to meet a man that I've never met before in my life.
Guys, ask us what we talked about on the car ride home.
Stop.
Ask us what we talked about. Go ahead, ask. Oh, what did we talk about? Oh, nothing. We didn't say anything. I said, hey, how are you? And she just stared right into my glove.
Not what happened.
And I had these books. It was 1,000 questions. I was like, open one of these up. Let's just hurry and blast out some questions. Just break the ice.
I opened it.
I literally said, I was like, let's break the ice. This shit's uncomfortable.
I opened it.
And how many questions did you ask me?
I thought the questions were dumb.
So there's 1,000 in there. And how many did you look at to make that judgment?
I don't know. Enough, I guess.
You said 3 questions? Stupid.
Dumb.
0.3%. You said, yeah, this book sucks.
Okay.
And then she put it away, and then she put her hands in her lap. She continued to stare into the floor of my car,
mm-hmm.
and we just continued to drive.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
And then she said, take a right here.
No. I said...
Take this exit.
No, because I didn't know where I was.
Oh, that's right. You said, take me
I said
some...
I needed you to, like, pull the car over
This is
somewhere that we could get out
first
of the car.
time we met.
Something
First time
like
we
that.
met. She says, take me somewhere we can get out of the car. And I said, okay. What's going on? You going to take me to the mafia or something?
So he gets off the freeway and pulls the car over in a parking lot.
In-N-Out, right behind In-N-Out in Centerville,
Yeah.
Utah.
Yep. And I told him to get out of the car. We got out of the car.
She stole all my money,
No.
bought my tires.
No. And I turned on the song called Slow Dance in a Parking Lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I made him slow dance with me in a parking lot.
I met this girl 4 hours ago. No, 2 hours, 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. We slow danced in a parking lot.
Yeah. And that was...
We could smell burgers and fries.
I wasn't paying attention to that.
In-N-Out. Hot girl, but In-N-Out?
But In-N-Out?
You gotta go.
Good.
Then we drove home. That was it. That's how we met. Bam, bam.
Yeah. Spent like... I spent like 4 days here. And then had to get back on a plane and go home.
Sad.
And he dropped me off at the airport. And I cried uncontrollably.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just had to say goodbye to this amazing man that I had met. And I didn't have the job at the time.
Oh,
So
yeah, because there was so much in the air of like, what if I don't get this job?
Yeah.
That's right.
I didn't have the job at the time. So there was still so much, like he said, up in the air of like...
Totally forgot about all that, actually.
Will I actually, in fact, be moving here? And things like that. So, and this was like probably a month before I found out that I got the job. Because I found out that I got the job very beginning of June.
Mm-hmm.
So for about a month, we had to do long distance, if that's what you want to call it. But
Yeah.
it was not fun.
Yeah, it sucked. Because she left, and I came back home to an empty house. Because I've lived alone for the last 3 years. But it was just especially empty because I just spent it with Lexi my whole weekend. And then I came back, and in the same room that I'm in now, I'm not going to lie, I just sat here and just kind of cried. I was like, damn. Got all sad. And then she wrote this little note on my whiteboard, and it's been there ever since. I'm not going to share what it says, but it's very sweet. It's very cute. It's been there ever since. We have a couple Polaroids underneath it, and it's been there the whole time. And is there anything else that's super important to the story?
Well,
And you moved here. And you actually moved
so
here
then
in July.
I got the job. I graduated, and then I moved here very end of June. So him and I saw each other for the first time on my birthday, very last day of June. And I remember seeing him when I came out of the elevator at the hotel that my mom was staying at and thinking, like, what is happening? This is not real. Like, how am I seeing him again? But I remember, I think it was, so that day you came and met my mom for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we walked around Farmington Station.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just like laughing, holding hands. And I remember when it was time for you to leave and I took you back out to your car. And you had said something along the lines of how happy you were that I was finally here. And that we lived 15 minutes away from each other now instead of so many hours. And I feel like you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I remember you saying that, like, it was starting to get so hard that you didn't know how much longer you could do it anymore.
Yeah.
Like our distance thing that we were doing basically for 2 months from the beginning of, I mean, we had been doing it since the beginning of March, but then we met each other beginning of May, which kind of made things harder. Because then we knew how great the other person was.
Agreed.
And then we had to be apart from each other for almost 2 whole months.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt...
Yeah.
So, because I remember we talked about it, you felt similarly, like, this kind of sucks. The distance blows. Because it's like, I wanted to talk to you, but it was like you live so far away, like, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. And so for me, that's how it was. Not that I was doing anything weird or, like, trying to ignore her or whatever, but it was just like, what am I doing? And so I think I told you that over text. I bet we could search for it. No, I told you that after you moved here. I said, honestly, I was getting, I don't know word for word what I said, but I was getting really, what did I say? Like, I didn't say burnt out, but whatever. I was getting really burnt out of this distance, and I didn't know how long else I could do. I don't know what I said word for word, but it was something like that. And it's true, because I don't know, I spent 4 days with this girl. Didn't know she existed 2 months ago at this point, 3 months ago at this point. And I just, so in the moment I was like, what am I doing? And I'm glad that I held on, because here we are. I think we both said that 8 times this show already. Mm-hmm. The rest is history. But it really is. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, then she moved here, got her own place. And then since then, seems like every Saturday we have a date night. Mm. I think we've been very consistent with that, unless you're sick or unless you're visiting or your family or that's it.
It's pretty much if my family's in town or something like that.
So ever since July, is that fair to say ever since July? Mm-hmm. Well, there was actually that time when I was with FedEx. So I don't even remember what that was like, because it
was very short-lived.
Yeah, because I quit that in August. Yeah, I guess it was only a couple months that we were
Still with that, though, since we both were working on Saturdays, you got up much earlier or you got done with work much earlier than I did. Mm-hmm. The thing in July was you were finishing Live Hard, so we didn't really go on any dates. Yep. We didn't go out very much. Like,
that's right.
I would bring my dinner here so you could eat your meal preps here.
So this girl moves to Utah, and we're together. I don't know when we made that official that we were together. We decided it was May 9th. Mm-hmm. But she moves here, and I'm like, hey, I can't eat any of this food. I got to do 2 workouts. I got to read 10 pages, and then I gotta drink a gallon of water. I got to take a progress photo. I got to
ice bath.
I got an ice bath. Mm-hmm. That wasn't part of anything. That's just because I was doing it. Mm-hmm. Did I tell you I was recording a podcast? When did I tell you I had a podcast?
I knew you had a podcast when I flew here and met you for the first time.
That's right, because I recorded. Listening. It's right, because I recorded a show in front of another human being, and that was her. Mm-hmm. Shitting bricks about that. Now so go back and listen to whatever
episode on May 10th,
May
2024.
10th. Listen to that episode, And now listen to us now, because I was like, I can't record a show in front of somebody. And now I'm recording the show with somebody.
Mm-hmm. And he's recorded multiple shows in front of me.
Yeah. And even had a sales call when she was in the other room. Mm-hmm. To which I sold. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so he was finishing Live Hard.
Oh, yeah.
And
make sure you keep me on track.
I moved all the way here, and he's like, hey.
Give me a month. I got to do this thing. So that made me kind of feel uncomfortable because I'm trying to do this thing that I believe in wholeheartedly. I was like, she's going to think I'm weird as shit. She finally moved here and she'd be like, wow, he has no time for me. And I was like, I really don't. Sorry. You know? But
what we did was we made time.
Yeah.
I went on walks with him.
Yeah, she went on walks with me.
He would text me and be like, hey, I have to do my outdoor workout. Do you want me to come over to your place and we can do it together? And yeah, so we made it work by doing things like that.
And then she took an ice bath with me on multiple occasions.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even ask her to. She just said, I just want to support you. I want to do things with you. And I was like, whoa.
And it was fun.
Do you hear that, guys? Hey, if you're a man out there, she says, taking an ice bath was fun. So, get an ice bath.
Get an ice bath.
Get in there. So we did all that together. Mm-hmm. There was never a complaint. She's never complained about... I'm trying to think hard. I don't think you've ever complained about anything I've ever done. Why did I stutter so hard? So currently my schedule is... we see each other Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm. On Thursday for a little bit.
Yeah, Thursday for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then every other day, I just go to work, go to the gym, come home, and I sit in my office and I do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And never once has she complained or, I guess, bitched about anything. She's never said, you spend too much time working. She's never said anything that you can think of like that. She's never said, ever. And I've actually, maybe you can tell your perspective, but I get so insecure that I'm going to push her away or scare her away because I'm just like, I'm so focused on this. Like, I didn't even think to text you today because I was just so in whatever I was doing. And I told you that. And you're like, okay. So I said it multiple times. Then the last time I asked you, I think you just said, like, stop. Like, knock it off or whatever you said. So maybe tell your perspective.
Well, I think, like, the main thing that probably helps both of us is that we both have our own things going on. Mm-hmm. You have a job, I have a job. Mm-hmm. Like, we both go to the gym. Sometimes we do it together kind of thing. But I think that's probably, I don't want to say what helps me the most is because, like, I have my own stuff going on too. So I'm not...
You have a life.
Reliant on him texting me every single moment of every single day.
We wouldn't work out if that's how it was going. Fuck that.
But, like, I don't care if he doesn't text me back right away because there are times when I can't text him back right away. So, like, for me, that kind of thing doesn't matter. And
it should never matter.
That doesn't take away how much I know he loves me.
Mm-hmm. What about when I'm working while you're here?
Well,
it's not super often, but
not crazy often. In the beginning, I was studying for my certification exam, so I had lots of studying to do.
And when she passed the first try?
I had lots of studying to do, so I kept myself busy doing things like that. And then I was working on my book, so then I kept myself busy doing things like that.
You want to plug it in right now?
Moonlit Wishes, a bedtime story for brave little stars on Amazon, written by Alexis. Oh, Buchanan.
There goes the phone. Got it. Say that again. We screwed that up.
My book is titled Moonlit Wishes, a bedtime story for brave little stars. Written by Alexis Buchanan on Amazon. Check it out if you want.
Buy 4 million copies. Or don't listen to the show again.
Yeah, go away.
So corny. Holy shit.
I feel like even when you have things to do here, I have had things to do, or I can find things to do. Pretty much I can entertain myself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can I ask you some questions?
Yeah.
Let me get some real honest answers here. Ready?
Yeah.
For the potty.
Yeah.
What crosses your mind when I'm always doing stuff? Like when I'm always working? always on my computer doing something. Or you call and I don't answer. Or if I say, hey, I got to do a role play. Hey, I got to record a show. Can't give you attention right now. Like, what do you think about?
Just that you're doing your thing. And that in the long run, this is only going to help us together. It's going to help our family together.
I'm just nodding my head.
I don't know. Because I have full belief in him that he's going to do amazing things and he's going to make it to wherever he wants to make it to. Because he has so much drive and so much determination and so much belief in himself that it would be silly of me, and I think I've said this to you before.
You've said all this to me before.
Seeing in, like, yeah, just seeing how much drive you have and how much belief you have in yourself, it would be so silly for me to not also believe in you. Because, yeah. Like,
Damn, babe, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
You believe in me?
Yeah, I do. So that's what goes through my mind. Is like, oh, he's just doing his thing.
Does it ever bother you? Because I know you invited me to a couple things and I've had to decline. Like that work party. Date night with the coworker. She's yawning. Watch this. Try to put my finger in her mouth. Okay, what? So I've declined a few invites. I've had to say, no, I can't do this, can't be there, can't, whatever. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I mean, I think sometimes it's hard. Mm-hmm. Especially because, like, I, of course, want you to go. But, like, for that work thing, I was able to invite somebody else and I was able to go and have a fun time with that person. So, like, it ended up being okay.
If that person couldn't have gone, would you have thought ill of me? My boyfriend bailed on me.
I mean, I was already saying that.
Great.
I was already saying that you bailed.
Cool. That's the show, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. This guy bailed on me.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess by definition... Well, I think bailing means I committed and then bailed out of going. So I didn't bail.
No.
I just didn't say I was going.
Yeah.
You invited me. I said no.
Yeah.
And then I remember that I said, I'm sorry you might not have the most traditional relationship or something like that for a while. I just have to get the shit going. And then it's kind of how it ends.
Yeah.
It's kind of how it is. So what else is there for... So the question, again, is... it's cool to see how even though you are so busy progressing... you still had time to meet and start dating someone. Mm-hmm. So going back to the start of it, I think I wouldn't have even... So in the way that I look at it was I put those things on my profile to filter out every single person who was not that. And I think the younger, more immature version of me would be like, oh, I'm not getting matches. I need to put different things in my profile so that I attract more girls. But I think the older, wiser version, not that I'm old or wise at all, but I was just like, I gotta put, like when you shop for something on Amazon, you gotta put all those filters on, like under this length, this width, this color, whatever, so you can find exactly what you're looking for. And so I saw that as the same thing. So please don't cough. I'm in the middle of saying something.
Wow.
And so I was like, I'm gonna put everything out there, and if they think I'm corny or if they think I'm whack or whatever the hell, and then so be it. At least I'm attracting the people that I would want to associate with and that I'd want to like actually do life with. Mm-hmm. And so the fact that she messaged me was enough for me to at least believe that she saw everything, acknowledged everything, and that she was already that. So from the start, I was like, okay, so she knows all these things about me. She knows where I'm, like the things that are important to me. Cool. So as long as somebody is accepting of that of me, then I think that's really all I want. Because I would hate for somebody, because I've been in relationships before where it was they were super, like they needed me to survive and they needed me to live life and they couldn't just do their own thing, unlike Alexis. So they needed to, for example, we would have to hang out like almost every other day, and if I didn't text them or whatever, then it was a big problem. They felt like I didn't want to hang out with them, and I was like, I just saw you yesterday. We're not gonna see each other. That's just how I thought. So now, how Alexi and I are cool with the weekend stuff, and she knows what I've got going on, and I know what she's got going on, and there's no drama, there's no horse shit, there's nothing. It's just, oh, you're busy? Cool, all good. Love you though. Have fun. That's pretty much what it is. Mm-hmm. So for me, having someone in my life that is those things makes everything else so much easier. There's no drama. There's no, oh, where's she at? Oh, is she hiding anything? There's never even been a thought. So I think that's why it's been so much easier. That's why it's been easier for me to have someone in my life. Because right now, I'm not going to say I don't have friends or anything like that, because I have friends, but I don't hang out with anybody. And I prefer it that way. The only person I see on a regular basis is Lexi and, of course, my coworkers. But that's it. So that's it. That's all I got there.
And just like my perspective from the beginning, like there were times when I was like, oh my gosh, he does have so much going on, and he is doing this and he is doing that. And you were working 3 jobs at the time when we first started talking.
Every day.
And so I think there were like moments when I had these kind of pauses and
That's
was
right.
like,
I want to talk about
is
it.
he, like, I had these moments of like, does he have time for me and things like that. And then I would kind of like getting to know him more and getting to see like what a smart guy he is and stuff like that was reassurance to me that he wouldn't have gotten on Facebook dating if he didn't feel like he had the room for someone in his life right now. And so that was reassuring to me a little bit.
Some smart ass woman right here.
That gave me actually a lot of reassurance, because I was like, I have to believe that he wouldn't have gotten on this thing if he didn't feel like he had time for me right now. So I did know that he had a lot going on. And there were a couple times when I was like, oh man, does he have time for me? But I kind of had this like internal monologue in my head of, oh, he does, because he wouldn't have come on this if he didn't actually have time for you. So
Do you remember when I said that I worked 3 jobs and then you said something like, oh, it's only temporary, don't worry about it. Something like that. Do you remember that? We texted back and forth.
I didn't say that.
It was very similar to that. It was like, you just have to do what you got to do sometimes. It's not forever or something like that. I know we can search it.
It's
I promise.
probably along the lines of like, you got to do what you got to do.
So it was something like that, and I was like, ooh, I have to tell her like this is like what I'm trying to do. Like this is my goal. Like I do want to work all the time. Because that's always a hard thing for most people to grasp onto. Like somebody who likes to work. So anyway, we'll have to go find it, babe, because you said I don't know what word for word you said. It's not forever. It's only temporary or something like that. And I was like, I'm trying to do this, so it's not temporary. Like I'm going to be doing this. That's how I felt. And so I was like, shit. How do I tell her that I want to do these things? I don't remember what happened after that, but that's that. I don't know. You got anything else on that?
I don't think so.
So, well, now I'm just looking at this question, making sure we get every single angle for Joe Rogan at Comcast.net here. I don't. Do you have anything that we could go on?
I don't think so. I feel like we've touched on everything.
Okay, that's it then.
Yeah.
Cool. First ever guest on the show right here. Bam.
We did it.
Cool. That's so cool. Go listen to the May 8th show. Matter of fact,
No. May 10th.
May 10th show.
Yeah.
May 10th show because I recorded it on May 9th. I don't know if I can actually...
Right after.
Shit. Can't go back and look.
Oh, man. Right after he recorded it, he ran into his bathroom where I was getting ready for our date at the restaurant that we went to last night.
Holy shit. Yep. So we went to a restaurant, our first date. She wore a beautiful red dress. I wore whatever I wore.
A nice button down.
I feel like I look like dog shit, though.
You did not.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So we went there. And then last night, the last day of the year,
Uh-huh.
because it is January 1st. Before we started the show, by the way, Lexi's like, what's the date today? First day of the year, babe. Just giving you shit.
After we stayed up till midnight last night to say, yay, 2025. And then today I'm like, what day is it today?
Screaming out my window because people were doing fireworks. We were kind of close, like a block away, kind of. I don't know how to explain it. I could see their whatever. And so they launched fireworks, and I was like, Happy New Year! More. Like, I wanted more fireworks, so it was cool. More! Happy New Year! More! And then they did more.
Yeah, so then today I said, what day is it? Before we started the show?
November 38th. So November 38th, 1987. So welcome back to the show.
Hey.
How are you?
Focus. So anyways, we went right back to that restaurant last night that we first had our first date at.
You're really good at going back on track because I had no idea what I was talking about right there.
I know
I
you.
would have been
I
like,
mean,
huh.
I listened to the show.
Oh, by the way, guys, she is the only person on planet Earth who's listened to every single episode. Well, right now, currently not. But she's listened from 1 to like 4:35, 4:36.
I'm a little behind. I'm a couple days behind from my trip back home.
She's slipping.
No.
Maybe I need to make all these shows from here on out 8. Why are you on your phone during a podcast, babe?
I was trying to see what episode I was on, babe.
Okay, find it. Check.
Right now.
Taking way too long.
Right here. 4:36.
4:36. So she's got 7, 8, 9, and then this one to listen to. So I do believe that she is the only person in the history of the earth ever to be born ever in the world.
To listen to 435 of your shows.
My aunt's a close one. I don't think she's gone back and listened to the first however many. Who else is there? I don't know. Apparently I'm 20 people's number one podcast, which I don't understand how that's possible. So appreciate the support there. That's cool. This is my girlfriend Lexi.
Yeah. This is me.
This is real.
Stop.
Okay. So I think that's it. Oh, wait. Anyway, so we went to Twigs. That's the restaurant.
Yeah.
And that's where we went yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was cool because that was our first date and our last date of the year. So then that got me thinking, I'm like, what if our first date place, whatever, for every year is also the last one? And we make it every year. So kind of like full circle the whole year. So how we start, we go back to where we started and just get a little reflection. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cute.
Cute.
So that's that. So today's January 18th, 2023.
No.
Why not?
January 1st.
What happened?
I saved it.
She almost paused the show and deleted it.
No.
She said, fuck that. You're not uploading this. Okay, that's it. We're done.
Bye.
Do you want to come back on the show again?
Yeah.
When?
Whenever.
Okay, we're going to do 440B. Right?
No.
And we're going to talk about books. Ready? Just kidding.
Well, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody.
That's it.
Okay. Good night. Peace out.
Bye.